All right, old school NBA fans, self-researched NBA facts. Got another video for you. As always, just want to say thanks to anybody who watches my videos, subscribes to my channel. I really appreciate it. Very knowledgeable people. I was talking to somebody in the comments, and they were making a big stink about the video I did about the weakest conferences in NBA history. And, he's saying, oh, I'm going to fact check. Go right ahead. Please fact check me all you want. But I'm making videos about a certain topic or criteria. And I introduce the facts of that topic. Now, if you want to go off point and say this and that, fine, whatever. But I'm talking about the facts that I present in the video, period. I'm not talking about some other thing. I'm just simply stating it as it is, at face value. What I'm saying are the facts. You can fact check me all you want. You can say that, oh, but you didn't mention this or you didn't do that. No, I didn't. I didn't mention everything in a 15-minute video. I mentioned this topic. That's it. So anyway, that's what should be discussed, not something I didn't mention. That's just stupid. But anyway, in this video, because this person was making such a big deal about LeBron James playing top 5 defenses, and I think it was 7 number 1 defenses in the East, and it was based on the video about how it was winning percentage and 50-win teams was the weakest conference in NBA since the merger, and that can't be disputed. I mean, it's right there for anybody to fact check, and like I said, I encourage anybody to fact check. The absolute weakest season since the merger was the 2015 East. That was the weakest conference since the merger in the last 48 seasons. That's just a fact. You look it up, you'll see the same. I think it was .4520 winning percentage for the conference as a whole. But anyway, so what I did was I looked up not every player, but a lot of the all-time greats to see how many top 5 defenses they played and also top 2 defenses. I think that's relevant because if your team was the number 1 defense, obviously you can't play yourself. So I think it's important to bring in the top 2 defenses. So anyway, the players are, for example, and this is kind of eye-opening a little bit, Steph Curry, I'll start with him. In his 29 playoff series, he played against 8 teams that were in the top 5 defensive rating. That's not that good, really. It's pretty much below average. I think there might be a couple players on here that are worse, but it's just not that good. And against top 2 defenses, Curry only played 2 in his whole career. So one of them, I believe, was the 2017 Spurs, who were missing their best player, and I think they might have been either Defensive Player of the Year that year, I think it was 2017. Kawhi Leonard won Defensive Player of the Year. Maybe it was 2015. I don't know, but he was right around there winning Defensive Player of the Year. He played for 2.5 quarters in that series. And then the other one I think might have been like Houston or something. I can't remember the team. But top 2 rated defenses in 29 series for Curry for a 6.9% rating. So I would say he wasn't going up against stellar defenses. Even top 5, only 8 out of 29. And when you make deep playoff runs, you would figure you would run across, more than that. But that's what it was. Magic Johnson. Everybody loves to talk about his weak competition. Well, in his 39 series, he played against 14 top 5 defenses for 35.9%. That's 8.5% better than Curry. And top 2 defenses, 5 out of 39 for a 12.8%, which is about double as many as Curry did, going by percentage. Kobe Bryant played against 15 out of 43 series for a 34.9%, right around where Magic is. Top 2 defenses, 8 out of 43 for an 18.6%. So that's better than Magic or Curry. Kareem, 18 out of 49 top 5 defenses, 36.7%. Of course, he played when there was lesser teams. It was probably easier for that to happen. And top 2 defenses, 9 out of 49. That's not bad, 18.4%. About average, I think. Larry Bird, in his 32 series, he played against 10, so just under a third for 31.3%. Top 2 rated defenses, 7 out of 32 for a 21.9%. That's actually really high, that top 2. Akeem Olajuwon, he had 7 out of 29 top 5 defenses he played. And that would be 24.1%. And top 2 defenses, 5 out of 29, which goes for 17.2%, which is pretty close to Kareem, Kobe, right around there. Tim Duncan, which I was very surprised at, and I know when you're a number 1 defense or a top 2, 3 defense, maybe that is a factor why you didn't play as many. But Tim Duncan, in his 48 series, only ever played 6 top 5 defenses. That's it. And I kind of knew this. I didn't know the exact number. But it is something I try to bring up to, people that push Tim Duncan as like a top 5 candidate and stuff. I said, well, and there's other reasons, but I don't want to get off topic. Top 2 defenses in 48 series, Tim Duncan faced 3 for a 6.25%, which is the lowest on the list. Very, very stunned by that. But again, he was top 2 defense a lot in his career, so that probably is a factor. I would say that. Shaq, he did have a pretty good showing. In his 44 series, 18 of them were against top 5 rated defenses for a 40.9% clip. That's pretty good. That's the highest one I've seen yet. And top 2 defenses, 9 out of 44 for a 20.4%. And I think only Bird was higher so far. So we get to LeBron James. And yeah, LeBron did play against a lot of top 5 rated defenses and even top 2 rated defenses. Absolutely, he did. Now, I did a video about net rated teams. That would be offense and defense combined. And he only ever played, I think it was 13 of them. Yeah, because Denver beat him. He only played 13 out of 54 series. I think that came to like 24%, which really isn't that good. And his record was 5-8. So, what can you say? But as far as just rated defenses go, LeBron had played against 21 out of 54 for a top 5 rated defense for a 38.9%. Now that's less than Shaq, but I think that's probably higher than everybody else on the list. And I looked at his record. His record is 13-8 against top 5 rated defenses. So that's a pretty good record, I would say. And then against top 2 rated defenses, he played 13 of them out of 54 series, 24.0%. So a little bit less than a quarter. And his record against those was 8-5, which actually that's a really good record, 8-5 against top 2 rated defenses. And I wrote them down real quick. It was the 07 Spurs, 08 Celtics, 09 Magic, 2011 Celtics, 2011 Bulls, 2012 Celtics, 2013 Pacers, 14 Pacers, 15 Warriors, 16 Hawks, 17 Warriors, and 18 Celtics, and the 2023 Memphis Grizzlies. So, while, that's all fine and good and everything, some of those teams, like the 2016 Hawks, I mean, come on, they were like, what, a 46 or 48 win team? The 2023 Memphis, I know they were like a 2 seed, but, they had players injured and whatnot. But, the rest of these teams were pretty good, I would say, defensive teams. He went 8-5 against them. But against, like I said, net rated top 5 is totally different. But anyway, so we get to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, in his 37 series, played against 17 top 5 rated teams for a clip of 45.9%, so almost half. That would be 7% more than LeBron James. And his record was 12-5, which was a better record than LeBron's 13-8. Okay? Against top 2 defenses, Michael Jordan was played 9 out of 37 series top 2 rated defenses for a percentage of 24.3%. So just a little bit higher than LeBron at 24.0%. And his record was 5-4 against top 2 rated defenses. LeBron was 8-5. Now, on its face, you'd say, oh, well, LeBron had a better record against top 2 defenses. That's true. However, something that must be kind of a disclaimer in here that needs to be taken serious is 2 of the top 2 defenses that Michael Jordan played, he was on a team with an under 500 record. So that would have been his first 2 seasons. 85, he was the 7th seed on a 38-win team, and the next year on a 30-win team against the 86 Celtics. So I think that, that should be factored in here. LeBron never played even a top 5. He never even made the playoffs in the 4 seasons that he had a losing record, which was his rookie year, his second year, 2019, and 2022. Those 4 years, he had a losing record. He didn't make the playoffs. So, again, is it better to make the playoffs and get beat by a, vastly superior team, or to not make the playoffs? Depends on what case you're trying to make, I guess. If you're trying to make a case for a player, you're going to say the other thing. That's just human nature, I guess you could say. But anyway, so there it is. And, I was surprised by a lot of these players. And, yeah, LeBron and Jordan seem to have played. And you could throw Shaq in there, too. Shaq, LeBron, and Jordan seem to have played, Jordan the most, though, top 5 and top 2 rated defenses. Jordan did the best against top 5, and LeBron did a little bit better in top 2. But like I said, 2 of those losses was Jordan was on teams that didn't even have a winning record. And LeBron never had that happen to him. Had he made the playoffs with like a 35 or 38 win team, he very well could have just got some losses there too. So to me, I don't know, not really that big a deal. But if you take those 2 away, then Jordan would have been 5-2, when he had actual winning record. But anyway, that's it for this video. I didn't know if people knew that. I think some of the teams that LeBron played, like the 07 Spurs, the 08 Celtics, 09 Magic, I guess, even though Jameer Nelson was hurt. The Bulls, the Celtics of 11 and 12 and all that. Sure, they were pretty solid defenses, I would say. But I also think the league as a whole, and especially the Eastern Conference, was pretty weak at that point too. So saying you're number 1 when your conference isn't that good, I mean, yeah, I guess it's still number 1, but it's not the same kind of number 1, Like nobody's ever going to say any one of these teams, the 2008 Celtics, the 2014 Pacers, 2011 Bulls, any team you want to mention, they're not going to be considered one of the greatest defensive teams of all time. I mean, are they better than the 89 or 90 Pistons? Yeah, I don't think so. You know what I mean? So, or the 2004 Pistons? No, I don't think so. But anyway, that's it for this video. And as always, thanks for watching. And until next time.